Warning. The following content is intended for immature audiences only. The opinions of these two fine gentlemen should not be taken seriously at all.
The JTS 51 Podcast. Introducing your hosts, JT and Sai.
So hello and welcome to the JTS 51 Podcast with myself, JT, and my co-host as always, Sai. Sai, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm not so bad, mate. Not so bad. We should have started this podcast 3 hours ago. We've been just sitting here chatting for ages and forgot to press record.
I know, people need to listen to our conversations. I'm mad. Just want to say this podcast is now sponsored by absolutely fucking nobody. They have great products such as nothing and everything is free. So yeah, please hit up our sponsor. We're dying for a sponsorship. Fucking hell, come on.
We're making real inroads into this podcast world, aren't we?
Us and our 5 listeners they're really enjoying ourselves.
Mr. Rogan, he's feeling the pressure right now.
He's worried.
I can tell,
he's worried, mate. He's worried. I think I've been followed everywhere I go nowadays, you know what I mean? Oh, mate, how have you been? And what you been up to? All good?
Yeah, not so much. Not so bad. It's, it's Olympic time, isn't it?
Olympics, man.
That's what's
my
been
God.
Going on.
Olympic mania. Yeah, it's been crazy.
I swear that I haven't watched too much of it. I'm not a big Olympics person, but in previous years, I've watched bits and pieces and whatever, and I'm sure there has not been as much controversy in the past than there has been now. Obviously, there's been doping scandals and people just not getting on the usual stuff. But this year has been ridiculous. I might watch it going forward.
100% agree. It's been absolutely mad. The amount of stuff that I read online. To start the opening ceremony, apparently that was disgusting, to say the least. My God, I didn't think an opening ceremony could be so polarizing. You're probably like me, Si. We've seen opening ceremonies in the past, right? Either watching it live or watching it as a recap, during the evenings and stuff like that. And it's always been really nice. The torch is being lit up and it's proper, authentic and everything like that. And you think, that's lovely. It's a great opening ceremony. This one, however, oh my word! I didn't watch it live, but I was on social media on the day, and my God, social media had a field day. They were just going in on this ceremony.
Well, it's supposed to be some grand event, isn't it, that unifies people from all different backgrounds and cultures and religions. And this one just split a line straight down the middle. They weren't holding back. I mean, if that was their objective, they definitely achieved it.
Do you know what? It could be. You never know. With these people, they're trying to, become almost a really hot topic, become a little bit viral, do you know what I mean, by doing something a little bit edgy. But these guys went above and beyond. I've got to be honest. Do you want to tell the audience exactly what happened?
It definitely spiked my interest. Well, no, we start off with the controversy of they had one of the scenes was a little bit reminiscent of the Last Supper. Okay. But apparently in that scene there was some dude just standing there with his ballsack hanging out. There's a lot of different interpretations you could put into that scene. But
you could actually, it's a dad joke, but you could say they dropped the bollock on that one, do you know what I mean?
They quite literally did. Eh?
Terrible.
They quite literally did. But yeah, I just the scene itself got people riled up. And then when people sort of zoomed in and went, hang on a minute, did I just see that?
Yeah, exactly. Millions and billions of people watching it around the world. Yeah, man's just dropped his bollock live on TV. Just crazy. I know that, back in the day of the Last Supper, those times people wore loose clothes. I didn't think that, they'd be going this realistic with it. You know what I mean?
The thing that I don't get right is, when you wear trousers that are a little bit too tight for you. Yeah. And I get this sometimes, I wear about, but you sort of bend forward and you can feel them getting a little bit lower, so you pull them back up instantly.
I suffer with that problem all the time.
When your butt cheeks, your top of your butt cracks about to, and you're I've got to pull my trousers up. I've got to make sure they are secure. That's it. There's no way that dude was standing there.
100%.
And he's just got his balls hanging out. I didn't realise what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you reckon it was a bet?
He must have felt a breeze. Do you know what I mean?
Banged him on the table and thought, that's not right.
It's what's going on here? Oh man, it was absolutely unbelievable. For anyone that's watched the In-Betweeners, it's like when Neil was walking. When Simon was walking down the catwalk, right? And he's wearing I think he's wearing underwear that was a little bit too tight, and one of his bollock is just hanging straight out, and people just outrage. It's literally that, and that's what happened in the opening ceremony. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy, yeah. But the reaction was really, really mad. Just judging by social media, judging by like on TV as well, people just like astonished at what is going on. It's just like a massive attempt to be a bit edgy.
Well, usually social media jumps up and down about things that aren't that sort of relevant, you read it and you're just like, this is sort of something that's blown up that shouldn't really be a thing. But no, this was a thing.
This was an actual thing.
No, I wasn't even following it, and then suddenly I was just like, what is going on? Like, they captured my interest.
Absolutely.
Is this a new event?
I know they had Snoop Dogg as well.
Bollocks out at the table.
Yeah, exactly. They had Snoop Dogg, didn't they? Like lighting up the torch at one point, I think. So
yeah.
Oh my
they
God.
did. Yeah. He has done everything. Is there anything that man hasn't done?
No, there literally isn't. Like I remember, I'm pretty sure people remember this. He was on. I'll still call it Twitter. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not going to call it X. He was on Twitter like I think it might have been like early this year or like late last year, and he just said he said something like, "Oh, I'm about to quit smoking," kind of thing, and everyone said, "Excuse me, Mr. Snoop Dogg, that is one thing you are literally famous for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
is having some like smoking some weed in that." And it turned out to be a viral marketing campaign for a smoker that you can that you can put in your put in your garden like a barbecue, right? And it's literally, it has no smoke. So when he said I'm about to quit smoking, that's what he actually meant. And honestly, that broke the internet. It had people questioning their lives, like, wow, Snoop Dogg can quit, then so can I. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this. Do you know what I mean? Oh, a few days later, no, just a campaign, a very clever campaign I had. Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, I'm sure his next thing must be running a country or something like that, because he has literally done everything. Like, he's done all the different adverts, songs, just promoted everything, been on everything. Honestly,
so I'm telling you, if he ran for the presidency in the US, he would win by a landslide.
Oh, definitely. I'd vote for him.
I would vote for him. We're not even from there. Do you know, we would find a way. We'd find a damn way to vote for him. Oh, he's too cool. That guy is too cool.
Imagine he came into British politics and just stood up. Like, I swear everyone would just vote for him, wouldn't they? Just to see what was happening. I mean, our country's a car crash at the minute anyway. What's the worst he could do?
Everyone would tune in to, live at the Parliament. Everyone would tune in every single day when he's on. Oh, he would be roasting the people. Like,
I know. Prime Minister's questions would definitely take a turn.
Oh, 100%. Like, he'd turn it into a rap battle. Straight up. Like, it would be like... Starmer, drop me a beat. Right? And he would just roast the opponent. Oh my God, it would be fantastic. Snoop Dogg for president.
I'm up for that. But yeah, it was funny, wasn't it? Because they did the opening ceremony, but not only did they catch themselves out there with the dude and the whatever, but they topped it off by putting the flag upside down.
What is going on?
You've got one job moment, isn't it?
That is absolutely it. You genuinely have one job. Honestly, like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. It's just literally, you got one job. Surely, like, you'd hire someone that's done flags before. Surely.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is a technique to putting the flag on the pole and whatever, but they must have practiced this. They must have been practicing for months and months.
Unless it was done intentionally. Unless it, like we said, like they wanted to make such a big statement of things that are controversial, and that is, a flag being upside down is actually quite controversial, isn't it? I think some nations actually see it as a sign of like massive disrespect. So unless they were going for it, I don't know, the French, what do you reckon?
Well, maybe
French are known to be a bit edgy.
Well, they definitely are. Like I say, I mean, I think everybody forgot about the events and they were just focused on him. I'm sure everyone was just watching it for the car crashes that were going on.
100%. There were, I think, after the opening ceremony, probably people didn't, like you said, didn't care about the sports itself. They're probably looking out for the next fuck up that's about to like, when is it about to occur?
Because it is a real shame, isn't it? Because like the competitors, they've spent a big proportion of their lives preparing for this moment, mentally, physically, rising to the top, all the challenges, all the injuries, then just to be scuppered by an upside down flag. People should be talking about like people getting close to records or like close battles to finish the event or whatever it is. You're talking
amazing athleticism. Do you know what I mean? The dedication.
Yeah, exactly. Milliseconds, that like the literal pinnacle of human performance. But no, everybody's focused on some dude with his dick hanging out. His balls hanging out, and an upside down flag. You're just like,
oh my God, ceremony's not even started, and it's already like, it's already down the pan. Absolutely crazy.
I know. And it's one of those things where you can imagine, like the people involved in it. It must be such a big event in your life. You're like, of all the competitions that you're involved in, this is the one. This is like, the World Cup. Being involved in that, even if you're a team that is not going to achieve it and know that you're not going to achieve it, just the fact that you've made it there, it's a huge accomplishment, right? And just the carnage that's going on around you.
It's just crazy. It'll throw you off your game. If I was like a super dedicated athlete who spent my life training for that moment and I watch that, I'll be off my game, mate. I want to be able to perform.
I know.
Oh, my word.
And none of them are allowed to say anything. Or they won't say anything until they sort of retire, and then they'll look back on it and go, oh, well, this is actually what went on.
I wonder how the next Olympics is going to top it. We'll have a bird dropping a tit live on TV. They'll be burning the flag instead of having it upside down this time. Oh, it's going to be, whatever it is, it's going to be like tame compared to what they did this year. Jesus Christ.
They've got to, haven't they?
My word. But it made it for entertaining TV, I suppose.
We need Snoop Dogg to run that. That's his first thing.
Just give him the Olympics. Just give him the Olympics straight up, yeah.
What are we doing this year?
Yeah, exactly. Just give it to Snoop Dogg.
There was a fantastic thing that I saw a few years ago, like, because they're very strict on all the drugs and everything else that goes on in it. And I was watching, I can't remember if it was a comedian or something or other, but it was quite a funny thought, just that they should have a competition for people that want to cheat and just want to see what different drugs make. Just a completely roided up event.
100% be behind that. I would pay to watch that. Honestly, I think someone actually said, obviously, drugs in sports is quite concerning, but there's also like things like masking agents. So, like an athlete can dope, like they can take drugs, steroids, whatever you have it, like performance enhancing drugs, and then they can have masking agents on top, so they will know exactly when to stop taking the drugs, and then just so that when they get tested it doesn't come up, they can have a masking agent that will kind of block like having like a weird reading, right, when you do a blood test and urine test. So someone came up with an idea. They were talking about boxing specifically. They said, why doesn't someone just create a division where everything goes? You can have whatever you like. You can smoke what you want. You can inject anything you want. There's no rules, and just have at it. Go on. Do it. Everyone's on a level playing field then, right?
Yep.
You could do whatever you like. You could take as many steroids as you want, and then just go out and beat the living shit out of each other, like climbing off the top rope, like WWE style. Just go for it.
Just trying to rip your own skin off because you're just so pumped full of drugs.
You'll have one boxer trying to beat himself up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, another dude just runs on, just scraps himself, and then we get to the real event. No, obviously, we're not condoning any of this. We don't want any of this. But we know that there are we know there are competitors out there that find their ways around everything. We just it's an interesting thought, and if there was a way for it to be done that didn't permanently hurt the athletes, just like completely roided up, that didn't damage their heart, all of that, it would just be. I mean, Usain Bolt. Everyone respects the guy, fastest guy on the planet. Right. Imagine him doped to the eyeballs.
Oh my God!
Under 7 seconds.
That's it. Easy. Oh my God! He'll probably run the other way and still break the record.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, just because you said about I think everyone loves him, right?
Yep.
Proper character. Yep. Fastest man in the world. Yep. Like, at that point broke the record, and he could have done even better. He just ended slowing down.
I know. Yeah.
Amazing sprinter, shit footballer. So I have to say, oh my word. So I don't know if you know this, but I'll say about maybe before COVID, actually, he signed a deal with an Australian football team to play as a striker.
Right.
I think it's for at least half a season, if not a whole season. Abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. You think a person with that much speed, who's professed to play football as a kid and all that kind of stuff, will be great? Oh, he was terrible. Honestly,
no ball control. Yeah.
Well, very, very little ball control, to be honest with you. And I know he's played in a few charity events recently as well. So, if anyone follows the kind of like the YouTube scene, you've got the Sidemen charity match. You've got a World Aid. Is it Soccer Aid? Sorry, Soccer Aid.
Yeah,
I think he's played all those kind of charity events. So he's actually played in a few of those. Again, absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. I think he might have actually scored a goal, to be fair, but it's more of a case of it being quite lucky. Like, mishit it,
Yeah,
completely wrong foot at the goalie and it's gone in. Yeah, but just goes to show, like, crossover, being an absolute bona fide superstar in one sport, sometimes you think you can do it in another sport. It's not the case.
No,
it's absolutely not the case.
No.
You can be the fastest man in the world, but if you have got zero skills on the ball, it's not going to help you, mate. It's not going to help you at all. But we love you, Usain. He's a top guy.
Do you know what I did here, actually? This made me chuckle. Talking about random stuff they should do with the Olympics. There was an idea out there that they should take a slightly above average person.
Oh, his technique was just off there. Like, he should have been raising his knees a little bit more. Says Dave, fucking 17 stone guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Having his fucking third bucket of KFC on the couch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And then you had like an average Joe. They should do that, because then all the critiques would actually just see, well, average Joe just lost by 35 metres.
You know what? I'm fully on board. It will really showcase the disparity in skill and effort, like, from like these athletes who dedicate their whole lives just to perfect something, just to compete at the world level in the Olympics, just for some random bloke on his settee to say, he fucked up that landing. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone's a critic until you have to actually do it yourself. It's fucking mental, man. That's a great idea.
Do you think? Yeah, but in every, because it would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Like the triple jump.
Lane, just one lane dedicated to the average Joe, right? So you got, like you said, you got the 100 meter sprint. You could even give him a head start. Do you know what I mean?
Just watch him go roaring past.
That would be phenomenal. That would be absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, right, we've got a few ideas, don't we, about what we could change, what to make it more interesting, what events we could change the Olympics. When you said this to me, I was losing my shit because I thought it'd be a great idea. Go on, Si, go with yours first.
I like all the events where all the competitors are lined up and they do the thing at the same time, like all the racing events, stuff like that. I like that. I don't like it when one person goes and then the next person goes and then the next person, and you're looking at a scoreboard and you're like, oh my god, it does my head in. So I think they should bring all the sports so they all go at the same time. Just mention the triple jump. So you have 10 lanes of triple jumpers.
Great idea.
And they all go at the
same time. That would be absolutely brilliant. I would pay to watch that. That would be amazing. Can you imagine, like, in the run-up, like, people will be putting each other off? That would be brilliant. Exactly. Oh man, they'll be throwing sand in each other's eyes. They'll be making. If that was me, right? If I was one of those people that had to compete, right, and I was a world class athlete, I would genuinely be making fart noises to put people off, right, as we're running down. Oh, can you imagine?
Just sorry.
Oh, was that you? Oh. Yeah, that'd be flipping hilarious, man. I was thinking how to make things entertaining. So this is gonna sound really bad, but I thought what we could do is we get a small room, get all the discus throwers in there, and they all have to throw it at each other at the same time. But you change it into a game of dodgeball. So if you get hit by that discus, you're in trouble, mate. You're going down. Like,
this is some high stakes dodgeball.
This is it. Can you imagine, like, picking up a discus off the floor, doing your little spinning thing and trying to hit the person like that's like 10 meters in front of you, and there's a room full of like loads of them as well, so it's not just one, it's like 10 people throwing these discuses. Are heavy, aren't they? Just chucking discus at each other.
Yep.
Oh, there'll be fatalities everywhere. That'll be entertaining. That'll be brilliant.
Again, we're not condoning
No.
violence.
This is just pure fiction. This is pure fiction, guys. Don't actually do this. Don't try this at home. But yeah, that would be.
But it would just. I just think it would just make it more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like the javelin throwing. Some guy walks up, he stands there for 2 or 3 minutes, just judging the distance, does a little run up, throws it. They spend forever measuring it. No, you get 10 people. They all go at the same time. Obviously, you have a little partition so they don't throw the javelins into each other. They all go. They don't bother measuring. Well, they do bother measuring it, but the one that went the furthest is just the winner.
Do you know what?
And then they measure that one.
I love that because I would think, right, like one of the contestants could be like a saboteur, like he would sabotage the other throws. So he or she would probably purposely throw it towards the other people's javelins, take them all out. Just knock them off. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely incredible. Yeah, I agree. I think that would be phenomenal. Just have 10 people lined up. They've got their little lanes. They can run. They can throw at the same time. That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. So the gun goes. They run. You know, like just like 100-meter sprint. You go. You launch.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what would be a really good one? I just thought of this right on the fly. So we combine the sports together. So what I'm saying is, we have 100 meters with a javelin throw at the end. so you've got to carry the javelin 100 meters, and then you have to throw it at the end. I think that would be brilliant, Si. That would be amazing. Oh, we should start our own alternative Olympics. We'll do a better job than the bloody committee this year. Jesus.
We'll get the flag up the right way. That's the.
Yeah.
We're off to a flying start there. Yeah. Now you have to bring in the weapons, don't you? Like the guns.
Yeah.
That would be it, wouldn't it? Like the whole. I'm going to offend some people here.
Don't
I don't even know what it's called. You know the thing with the horses where they sort of prance around and do some dances. Yeah. I'm not denying there's some amazing skill in that, but if they had some targets at the end of that, that would be so. Yeah,
I mean, what you could do is you can make the floor really hot and get the horses.
But they look like they're doing that anyway, don't they? The horses, they're just like the floor is lava.
Yeah,
they're just like,
they literally play the floor is lava. That's exactly what they do. Oh, that's what it looks like anyway. So yeah, that'd be hilarious. Just liven it up, just liven it up with some.
I think so because you get the people that like that, but you want to bring in the new crowd, don't you? You want to get new people into it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we have to stick to the There are some sports that are good to have, but I don't know, like the steeplechase. Yeah. That I don't know. That doesn't feel like an Olympic event.
No. I'll tell you what was an event this year: breakdancing.
Not for all the right reasons,
Absolutely
though.
Not. So this is what right. So I missed this live, right?
You got to set this one up because I'm sure everybody's seen it.
This is the thing. So I'm pretty sure people know what I'm talking about, but I missed the live event. But as soon as I jumped onto social media, I kept seeing a repeat of this clip, and I never pressed play because I thought, to be fair, I was being lazy. I wasn't reading the captions, but after the 6th time I saw it, I said there must be something to this because it would be like someone posting, "Oh, LOL, oh my god," and then they'll post a video, and I'll be like, "Okay, let me just check this out." So this Australian lady thinks she's amazing at breakdancing. Oh my word, Si. What did we watch, mate? Like that was.
It looked like someone being tasered.
100%.
Is what it looked like.
If that was an event, right? Imitate being tasered, she would have won 100%. That's how good it was. Great impression. Absolutely great impression.
I don't get it because I've heard so many theories about it. Now I haven't read enough into it. Like me, you know what I'm like.
Oh yeah, I'm the same.
I don't follow up on anything.
Guys, we don't research any of our shit. So
2 minutes research. Yeah.
If it's not evident enough.
Yeah, don't come to us for advice. But no, I've read a few things about it where it's like, oh, maybe it was a protest dance, or maybe she was just trying something.
People making excuses for her. Oh my god, a protest dance. Oh, what?
Like people have a fair understanding of what breakdancing is. Yeah. This is not it, right? Yeah. They had she was trying something new. No, trying something new is like some wild. You've literally got people spinning on their head.
On their heads.
I mean, this is a style of dance where almost anything goes.
That's right.
Yeah, but the extremes are what make it stand out.
That's right.
So you've got the sort of traditional piece that actually fits with the music, and then you've got those outrageous tricks. Yeah,
somersaults and those stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Spinning on your head.
Just mental, or like one hand, and then just
and
getting
all
in some crazy poses. Yeah, crazy poses and stuff. Just
what was she doing? Just fucking lying on the floor on the side and just folding
around like a kangaroo.
What is going on? Again, do you know what it feels like? To me, it feels like an episode of a sitcom where you have this amazing breakdance team and you got this one person and she's like, helping them. Maybe she's like nutritionist, or she's helping with their bags, or like, she's just part of the team. Maybe she's admin. Do you know what I mean? The team goes down with a nasty bug, right? And she has to step in last minute. And that is the result. That's what it seemed like to me. Like, it seemed like a scene out of a bloody sitcom. Oh my god! Like, you're the only one we got left. You have to go in. You have to make Australia proud.
Well, there was that. What was that one a few years ago where I can't remember the team? It's so vague. I can't remember. But it was some lady had to run hurdles, and she was like a bodybuilder or something ridiculous. I don't know if you saw this, but it was something to do with, for whatever reason, the team couldn't do it, and she had to compete for her team to qualify, and she was the only one available to do it. So she got last, but it was the only way for her to get into get her team into the event. Yeah. And everyone was like, "That's fantastic! What a great thing to do!"
Brilliant.
And then you got this other woman,
this idiot. Honestly, sorry, I don't know if you've ever seen this clip. Right, speaking of the Olympics, but I'm pretty sure this clip went viral. Do you know that it was? I think it was the hurdles, right? It was a men's hurdles, and there was a competitor from Haiti. I think it was. That was it Haiti? I'd hate to get this wrong, but yeah, from a country obviously where Olympics isn't on the forefront, right?
Don't worry about it. We get everything wrong in every episode.
Yeah.
So just some guy from somewhere that might not have even been a guy. Go.
So at the beginning of the event, right? They have the camera pans to each individual athlete, and you've got the announcer saying their names and where they're from. This blah blah blah, proudly from blah. So everyone's doing their thing. Some people throw up a symbol, some people say something to the camera, some people touch their chest saying I'm proud to be here. You've got this one guy at the end. Oh my god, unbelievable energy, mate! Like he's got aura about him. Like you can tell this guy is serious. He's doing all his hand signs. He's kissing the camera. He's proper like on it. Like he is like literally showcasing like he's confident. Right, they get ready, and the start pistol goes off. The same guy fell at the first hurdle, and he didn't just fall, mate. He fell so badly. I think he couldn't get his leg up high enough, and he hit the first hurdle, done a few flipping forward rolls, and he was out of the race. Almost took out the competitor next to him. That's how bad it was. But it was just so funny because the build up was amazing. Like you could see this guy's exuding confidence, energy. Oh my god! Like if I was to bet on a person, this guy would be it. First hurdle, bang, goes down. It is a phenomenal clip, and honestly, if you ever get a chance to see it, guys, have a look online. It is absolutely brilliant. But it's that same confidence the Australian girl had for the breakdancing. Oh.
Yeah, but she practiced that routine.
Yeah.
This is the thing, right? It wasn't like... So that guy, he was clearly full of energy. He lost his concentration and just,
Oh, mate, but you should have seen, like, he could talk the talk, but he couldn't walk the walk. Like, it was phenomenal. It became one of the funniest clips I've ever seen in my life. That's how good it was.
I mean, I do like the just slightly off topic, but I do like the when you watch like MMA, and you get the guys talking smack, and then you get the little quiet guy in the corner that just beats the shit out.
That's right. That's
karma.
One punch knockout. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually saw a clip earlier. There was do you know, like you said, UFC fights. I think it was two ladies fighting, and the one of the fighters, she was very soft-hearted. She was trying to shake the competitor's hand, trying to say, how you doing, you okay, or I'm really happy we're about to fight this week and all that kind of stuff. Other lady not having it, wouldn't shake her hand, wouldn't smile at her, and she's trying to have a conversation. She's not trying to get in her head. She just say, hi, how you doing? Nothing. Right, so second head to head, absolutely same again. This time this lady bought her flowers. Like, she bought her a flower just to say, oh, look how far we've come, kind of thing. They don't know each other, but she's like, saying, you're from this country and this is amazing. Again, nothing. She's just giving her a dead stare. Anyway, she goes to shake her hand at the end, the last face to face. She goes to shake her hand, nothing. The other lady turns around, walks off, and then the lady had the hand out. She looks at the camera and says, oh, what can I do? They don't want to engage. Fight night comes again. The other lady looking menacing, like super angry, like, I'm going to destroy this girl. And the other girl, who's trying to be lighthearted, just walked into the ring like normal, saying hello to everyone, said hello to the ref. Fight starts, bang, knocks her out within 10 seconds, mate. Done. Like, literally, like, so it just goes to show you don't have to put on this bravado. Do you know what I mean? Like, if someone's being kind of like nice and all that kind of stuff, just fucking return it back. It's not gonna, it's not gonna bloody do you any harm. But yeah, that's brilliant.
I get it, because they do it to get the numbers in, don't they, and build up a bit of a reputation and stuff, and that's fine to do if you are a decent fighter. It's a tough pill to swallow when you're sort of fairly at the start of your career and you're putting on this facade and then you get smacked down.
That's the thing, it wasn't even a championship fight. There was no need for you to be like that. Every time I see a boxing fight, right, like with two kind of professionals at the beginning of their careers, they're normally quite friendly to each other, saying, you know what, this is our journey, we're starting it here, so good luck to you, and I'll see you after the fight. We'll shake hands and move on. Not this one. Like, it was literally she's trying to like kid herself, like, I'm going to destroy this girl, I'm not going to engage, I'm not going to say hello, I'm not going to do nothing, I don't want these fucking flowers. Like, you know what I mean? Got humbled real quick. Those are the best stories, to be fair.
It's tough, isn't it? Because sometimes it genuinely does work. Like, you remember like Conor McGregor at the start of his career. He was that mouthy guy, and he was unstoppable.
But he was
as
backing
well.
it up. But he was actually backing it up, right? He was doing phenomenal stuff. Now he's like, I don't know what's happening with Conor McGregor, man. He's just like partying it up. He says he's got a fight, but then he's injured, and then his opponent's injured. Then he gets pictured like on a yacht somewhere, like 20 girls around him, drinking. Oh my God.
He's just enjoying life though, isn't he? He's just enjoying life.
I think he should just enjoy it though. The thing is, he keeps pretending like he's going to come back, gets fights like kind of arranged, and then it just never happens. I think it's happened twice now, so see what happens.
It must be tough. I mean, you imagine any sport like that. Like you spend your whole life, you dedicate yourself to it. In sport, you've got, well, depending on what sport you're doing, you can only really do it till you're about 30-ish. I think MMA maybe a bit less depending on your injuries. Some other sports, you've got a little bit more longevity to it. But you spend your whole life doing it. And there is a point where I guess their mind wants to continue because mentally, I bet they've still got it. I bet they're sharp and they know what's going on and they can read the room. But they can't. Their body just won't react fast enough, and they can't take the hits. Yeah. You know, the joints are giving up, the muscles are worn out, and he still wants to do it. True. Like if you could take his head and put it in a 20-year-old body, he would still be like killing everybody around him. That's right.
I can only speak of what I've seen. So when I watch boxing, I've seen boxers that, particularly heavyweight boxers, they kind of seem to. It's a weird one. They seem to come into their prime after 30. So it's usually like after 30, between 30 35, that's when they seem to come into their prime. Yeah. And it's really sad when boxers kind of go past, like they have a few losses and they go past a certain age. They think they can still do it. You hit it spot on. Like they think they can still do it mentally. When they step in the ring, it's a different scenario, mate. Like punches aren't getting as fast as you used to. Your reflexes are going a little bit. You're still there mentally. Like you still know you can do this stuff, but your body's just not doing. Like I said, father time defeats everyone. Do you know what I mean? So to my surprise, fucking Mike Tyson wants to fight at the age of 57 against Jake Paul. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh my word! Like what is going on?
I just in all of these things though, you just hope that it's not like a stage fight or a show fight.
It's a money fight.
You want to see the real thing, of course it is. You know, I mean, in his day, there would be no question he would flatten him. He would absolutely flatten him. Mike Tyson, this is obviously. But now, I don't know. I mean, would you take? I mean, I get why he's doing it because it gets his name out there. It's a high profile fight, but could you really? I mean, Jake Paul's got nothing to lose in this. Yeah, if he loses, he loses to a legend.
Yeah, I think he's like.
If he wins, he beats a legend. Yeah. But the thing you have to ask yourself is, you know, what age gap did you say there? But basically, he's beaten somebody that's come out of like not just a bit of retirement, like he's been retired for a long time.
Do you know what I saw? I saw Mike Tyson fight Roy Jones Jr. just a few years ago. I think it might have been during COVID time, actually.
Yeah,
it was shocking. Like both fighters gassed after like 3 minutes. Like they were just knackered. Yeah. They were absolutely knackered. I mean, for the first 3 minutes, oh my god, it looked like it was going to be a great fight. But then you realise these guys are touching 50, 60 years old now, 55 years old. Like, I know it was like they call it an exhibition fight nowadays, where it's not super serious, and but they're still fighters at the end of the day. They're still going to throw punches with bad intentions. It's just a case of like, can they keep it up? But I suppose that fighter mentality never leaves you, kind of thing. I think that's what it is. Like you said, the mind that still thinks you're a killer, but your body's saying, no, let's get that Zimmer frame. So help us walk a little bit.
And let's be very clear. He would still annihilate me and you.
Oh, don't,
no
problem. Oh my word! Like, I'm not being the average Joe. You know what I mean? Saying, oh yeah, I know Mike Tyson.
I could take him. Yeah, I could. No, I wouldn't even be able to get near the guy.
God, if he bumped into me, I'd say sorry to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, it's just. I think I don't know if you saw this clip. I saw it might be getting a bit off of a tangent here, but there was a clip where a guy was brave enough on a private. It wasn't. I think it was like. On a jet, it was like a plane, and they must have been in first class, and Mike Tyson was sitting first class, obviously, and this one guy was drunk, and he kept going up to Mike Tyson and talking shit. Like he was like, I don't know what he was, wasn't really clear what he was saying, but he was obviously goading him, maybe talking about some of his losses or something like that. And Mike Tyson is like a very unhinged guy. Do you know what I mean? Like he's scary. You could be having a normal conversation with Mike Tyson, he could flip at any second. So do you know what I mean? It's like going into a zoo and just kind of trying to bait the tiger by putting your hand in and stuff like that, right? So Mike Tyson got pissed off after the third attempt, got up and just smashed him a few punches, and that's it, done. Went back, sat down on his seat, and the other guy didn't know what hit him. Bloody nose. He's landed in like the row behind, like he doesn't know what's going on. He's out cold, and I'm like, well, what? That's what you get You fuck around and you find out. That's exactly what happens.
Yep.
Oh my God! Why would you do it? Why would you do it? Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. Well, it's just the lack of respect, isn't it? I mean, there's one thing to sort of pester celebrities a bit. I mean, they don't. I mean, nobody would really like it. But if you're a celebrity, there's some amount of you have to accept people are going to. If they're your fans, they're going to come up. They want to talk to you because that's your fan base. You know, they want to meet their idol. And I guess to them it can be a bit of a nuisance, and I get it because it's 24/7, right? But most of them are good natured about it. Yeah, but to deliberately antagonise somebody, I did see that clip actually, and you're just like,
why? Why?
Yeah, why would you do? Yeah, why would you?
Dutch courage, isn't it? That's what it is. A few drinks.
Yeah. Not. And that's the thing. Like any pro fighter, you wouldn't just like. Most of them would be fairly good natured, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But why would you risk it?
That's what I'm saying. Their hands are weapons. Do you know what I mean? Why? Why would you? Unless you like pain. There are some sick freaks in this world, but yeah. Oh, I don't know, mate. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know why you did it, to be honest. It's happened too many times that people have fucked around and found out. So it is what it is.
It is what it is, isn't it? But it is what it is. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, back to this Australian breakdancer, eh?
Amazing. Oh, amazing. Absolutely brilliant. It's gone viral for a reason. And again, a cynical part of the side of me kind of thinks like, did this lady go out to do this just to become a viral sensation? I don't know. It's hard to say in today's day and age, isn't it?
It's a lot of effort to get there, to do that. So I don't know anything about her history. I've read a few bits and pieces. I don't know what of it's true because I literally don't know what to believe from the internet half the time.
That's right. But, I know. So, so many theories come out.
Well, yeah, exactly. But let's just say she went the proper route.
Yeah.
And she spent time learning proper breakdance, right?
Mm-hmm.
She then qualified in some competitions to be ahead of whoever else was nominated to go. She then put forward a routine that secured her the spot in the national side.
Can I just ask, at that point, right, which coach in their right mind is saying, that's phenomenal, you are amazing, this is going to win
exactly.
International Olympic breakdance competition? Like, surely someone had the balls to say, I don't think this is that good.
I know. Like I've seen videos of kids that are like 10 years old, like spinning on their backs, on their heads, like on their elbows, and just doing some wild stuff.
Mate,
like
you go to a festival, you'll see breakdancers on the street. You go to Brazil, like in the favelas, you'll see like amazing breakdancing. But then, this chick had the audacity to do this. That is unbelievable.
I know. It's unreal, isn't it? It's unreal, isn't it? Now, obviously, I'm no breakdancing expert, but when I look at the 10-year-old kid spinning on his head and this, the lady over here, I'm like, well, I can see which one's better, and I'm not a judge. And if you're her coach, you're like, why aren't you doing the spinny on the back thing? Yeah. I know that was a move from the 80s, but we haven't got one of those.
Do a handstand. Do something. Don't imitate an ironing board. Do you know what I mean? That is just, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Brilliant stuff. It's just, honestly, this Olympics this year has just gone viral for everything.
For everything.
Yeah. I've got a good question for you, Si. Have you ever lost a pole vaulting event due to your manhood, the size of your manhood?
It's a.
Well, has it happened?
Well, no. Unfortunately, it's a thing that us white guys don't suffer with.
Oh, you say that, but the dude was white.
No, you're right there, actually. Yeah, no, I was thinking about the football conversation we were talking about the other
offside,
day.
Yeah. If you can score with it, it's offside, you know what I mean? Yeah, oh my God. So this was another viral moment. Oh, bloody hell. The amount of times I saw this on my feed is unbelievable. So for anyone that doesn't know, right, I believe he was French. I'm not sure. Again, our research is amazing. French dude running up, pole vault. You know, he's trained his life for this, man. Like he's in the moment. He's in his home country. He wants to do his nation proud. Fucking gets on the pole vault. Easy for me to say. And unfortunately, his manhood got in the way.
That was fantastic, wasn't it? Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. And it wasn't just like a small little, just caught the end. No. It was a proper head on.
Minus the pun. Yeah, it was like literally, bloody hell, he almost wrapped it around the pole vault, didn't he? It's bloody hell, it's that bad. Bloody hell. That's crazy. Imagine training all your life just to be let down by your penis in the Olympics. Crazy.
He's never going to live it down.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Like his family and his friends every time now. Yeah. It doesn't matter, right? He could do the best thing ever now. He could go on to win like gold in the next one, and all his mates are still going to be like, "Yeah, but how did you lose the last one?"
Yeah, he's always going to get bantered, isn't it? He's always going to be bantered. Imagine your mum and dad or your family didn't watch it live on TV for some reason, coming home and explaining what happened. Oh, how'd you get on, son? Well, not too well actually. What happened? Everything was going great. I got up really high, but unfortunately on the landing.
Yeah,
Mum, you might want to cover your ears. My fucking dick let me down. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I suppose it's the taking part that counts.
Do you know what the weird thing is? Well, I saw another clip that happened. So forgive me again. I can't remember the nationality of the dude. Bold dude. He's going up for the jump with the pole vault. I'm really struggling to say that. Bloody hell. He literally couldn't get up at all. Like genuinely, like you think you're the best in your nation. Like this is shocking. Like he literally ran with it, put it into the ground, got up, and then just fell down, and that was it. And he went viral for that. So now imagine being that dude. Like, you know what I mean? Again, you're just gonna get bantered by your friends. You're in the pub, you know. Oh, here comes Dave, fucking failing at pole vault again. There he is. Look at him. Oh man.
It's the pressure. It must be the pressure that gets to him, and
of course,
it
man.
must be.
You know, like the world is watching. If not the world, like a large majority of like Europe and America, and everyone is watching, and then pressure's on. Yeah, pressure's on. That's why I got to respect these athletes, regardless of what happens, including the Aussie bloody breakdancer, to go out there and actually perform to the best of your abilities and actually win something. Hats off to you, man. Even if you don't win, if you're taking part, you've done amazing to get there. So, you know, give yourselves a pat on the back, I suppose. But yeah, just don't fuck it up that bad. That's what it is. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Speaking of the reverse of that, though, the one standout guy, you've got to admit, they're like, you know, these are all failure stories.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to poke a little bit fun at him. But we also have to acknowledge the guy that was phenomenal, that Turkish shooter, the guy that everybody knows.
God, right, mate.
I just like, it's phenomenal, isn't it? Actually, I've got a second point to this in a minute, but go on.
Amazing story, absolutely amazing story. I think he said something like, "I don't practice, I don't do any training," which led me to the conclusion that Turkey just went out and picked their best hitman and said, "Go on, son." Win us a medal. Do you know what I mean?
I've seen the side by side, like it popped up in like one of my feeds.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, this must be like a prank, because you know his head was like pasted all over like Matrix posters and stuff like this. And I was like, what is this? Yeah. 2 minutes looking into it, and then I found like a side by side shot. There's like one guy, and he's got like these super flashy sound. Headphones on. You know, they sort of cover over one eye so they can see. They've got a like specially lens to do it all. Their gun is super high tech and weighted. And then you've got the other guy that looks like he's just rocked up out the pub.
That's it. Picked up the gun, holding it at a weird angle. Do you know what I mean? And just smashed it.
Got silver.
Brilliant, honestly. Oh, I got a mate of mine from Turkey, and he was just really proud of him. He goes, "Yeah, this guy's a killer. Like, honestly, don't trust anything that he says. He's an actual hitman. He's just popped up. He's won Turkey a medal, and he's going to go home and carry on his living today." I was like, Jesus, that's what it sounds like. The scary thing is, it could be true as well. Oh my God, it's absolutely brilliant. Brilliant stuff.
But I like that, because everybody goes like, so the Australian woman's now kicking up a bit of a stink, going, "Oh, all these people are coming after me. They're writing bad stuff about me, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, because you made a fool of yourself, right? And then you got this other dude that steps up that's just like well, we know that tech plays a big part of athletes doing better, you know, better trainers, better equipment, lighter javelin, whatever it happens to be. You know, the tech behind the stuff is allowing some of these athletes to
the sports
do incredible things. This guy rocks up with barely anything and still gets a silver.
Rocked up, said, "With my gun." They said, "Right there." They said, "Okay, let me know when to go." Bang, bang. Okay, I'm done. Right. Phenomenal.
Just so casual as well, just so casual with it. I love it. That was one thing I was going to say, actually. I think we need to get back to old school stuff, so everybody uses the things. This goes back to the average Joe thing, right? So the rifle shooting, they should be standard guns that, and like, we don't really have guns in the UK, but like in America, like a standard gun that the average American can buy out of their gun stores, so that way, when these guys are doing these phenomenal shots, right, they can go, I own one of these guns, and I can't hit my barn door
That's
from
right.
like 10 paces away.
That's right.
These guys are right. I think for the archery, it should be the old English longbow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
None
None of these super weight.
super shit.
Yeah.
Give me a bow. Give me an arrow made of wood. Right. A bit of spare head. Go for it. Go for the old one. Maybe axe throwing.
Yeah.
Let's get axe throwing in there as well.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Hey?
Oh, I'd love to see Olympic sack race.
We'll add it to the steeplechase. The three-legged one. That's the other one you have in school.
Yeah,
isn't it?
three-legged.
The three-legged race.
Egg and spoon race. Egg and spoon race has to be in there. Do you know what I mean? We have to do that. Frisbee. I think we should just the longest frisbee throw would be amazing.
Oh, it was the beanbag one. That's what we had as
Oh,
kids.
beanbags and hoops.
Yeah.
Again, why is this not in there? I mean, we get taught it from a bloody primary school level. Imagine becoming an athlete. Oh, what do you do? I'm actually the national champion of the sack race. Excuse me. What do you mean? I'm the national UK, the best sack race racer ever. So, that'd be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And then you can have a little obstacle course for them as well. So it's not just a race. They've got to go over blocks and like through. There we
go.
Mix it up a little bit.
That's right. Yeah. Climb the high jump apparatus. All that kind of stuff.
So they just go around on all the other events. It's just like one massive event.
That's right. And it should be set in a school in a school gym as well. You have to wear plimsolls. Right, you know.
You got to
do the whole thing. If you're gonna do it properly. Oh, brilliant! And if you get hurt, you get a blue wet paper towel. Just pop that on your cut. That's what our nurses used to do. Oh my word, that'd be brilliant.
Oh, and luckily it didn't happen to me. But if you forget your kit, you've got to do it in your pants.
It happens. It happened to me once.
Okay.
Oh my word! Luckily I was wearing boxers that day. But jeez, I never got that. Like, why would you do that? That is as a PE teacher. Okay, a kid might use it as an excuse. But why the hell are you going to make him do it in the underwear? That is just.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
I don't know if my school hired
just
the wrong
run
kind
around
of
in your
teachers.
trousers.
Yeah, exactly. Run around in trousers. Yeah, if you run around in trousers, and if they get ruined, it's your fault. You know, that's fine.
Yep.
But imagine going home and saying, "Oh, my teacher made me run in my underwear today." What?
In this day and age, that's a
second
teachers getting
offence.
struck off.
Second offence right there. Oh my god. I heard there was some controversy. I cannot speak today. Apologies. I heard there was some controversy with the actual medals this year, as if the Olympics wasn't a joke, as it is.
What a disappointment, eh? Right. So again, we go back to the amount of work, effort, and time people have put into achieving a medal.
Yeah.
Right. What's the pinnacle of your career? Being in the biggest event and winning the biggest award,
gold
and
medal,
then
mate.
all these competitors now complaining that they've won a gold and the whole thing's falling to pieces. Like 2 or 3 weeks later, like the gold peeling off and the medal's going rusty. You're just like, that is a shocker, isn't it?
Of all the things to cut corners on, honestly, why would you do the medal? The medal is like your dreams. Like, it's almost like validation of like dreaming and all those hours you spent like practicing your craft, right? To win that gold medal and then to go home after 2 weeks and it's peeling off. That is a fucking joke, mate. Honestly, that is an absolute joke. It's Olympics has been a bit of a shambles. Like, we are really trashing the Olympics this year.
No, I don't know what's gone on with it, because it really seems to have cheapened itself. It's. I mean, imagine you've seen those pictures of previous athletes that have won stuff, and they stand there and they usually got their arms out in front of them and they're cradling maybe 20 different medals of all the stuff they've won. Imagine that, and not being, and maybe they've won a couple of golds. Imagine that, and they're standing there and you can't tell the difference between the bronzes and the golds, because all the golds have just fallen to pieces and it's just like, shocking, eh?
It's like gold aluminium foil. It's not even like it's shit. Do you know what I mean? It's terrible. It's not even gold plated. It's just literally just falling off. My God, my word.
And it's not like, so it's not the same. But hear me out. So at least in football, I know some of the players, they're not too worried about the medals, because the main thing is then it sort of goes in their resume, we won a title, and then when they're going to other teams or they're negotiating, they're not going to hold up a medal and say, I won a medal. You're like, I was in the team that won this thing, and they get paid some decent money for it. With the Olympics, all the people are relying on like sponsors. They're not paid the big bucks.
That is a shame, mate. Honestly, that is a real shame.
I mean, I mean, if these guys were being paid like millions of pounds, like professionals doing other sports, you'd be like, okay, well, they got a crappy medal, but they got a few million quid in their pocket. Okay, so be it.
No.
It doesn't happen like
That's
that.
right. The gold medal is a prize. You know what I mean? That is your life's work. Yeah. So that should be proper. Why? I don't get the Olympic Committee, like the people that run this thing. Why would they cut corners on the actual medals? That is the worst. Oh, jeez, you're right. And I feel sorry for Olympic athletes, obviously, because like you said, they rely on sponsorship. But imagine you're an athlete that is just not like, I don't know, like someone that's not appealable to sponsors. You're not going to make any money. What do? You got to go back and become a coach, or you got to bloody do another job. Terrible. Shocking stuff. I know stuff like if you are marketable, like Usain Bolt was. He won the 100 meters, and then also won. I think was it 200 as well. I think it was, and then the relay, whatever. Instantly marketable, right? He was a lovely guy. Like spoke well. Became like almost like a figure of hope for people as well. You know what I mean? Like an inspirational figure. So you can understand the market appeal with that. But if you got like, I don't know, Susan from down the corner, and she's not really got like the best personality, she's very shy and nervous, she's not going to get a lot of sponsors, is she? So that's really sad, man. Honestly, really sad.
And also think about it as like, if you were buying like say you were buying your missus like a gold necklace or something like that. And like she opened it up, oh fantastic! And then 3 weeks later, it was just falling to pieces. And like you're just like, what is this piece of junk that I bought?
That's right.
You take it back, you wouldn't get another one. You get a full refund, and you probably never buy that brand again.
There you go.
And just from that bit of silliness, and honestly, right, I have no idea how much medals cost, but a bit of gold plating, is not going to break the bank when they probably spent millions and millions on this, and all the sponsorship and TV rights and everything else. They're just like, oh, we give them a crap medal.
Of the one thing to fall short, exactly. The one thing to fall short in, the medal shouldn't be it, mate. Honestly, they probably spent more money on bloody the fucking opening ceremony than they did on the medals. Absolute joke. I don't know.
Maybe they knew there was going to be a lot of lawsuits coming their way, so they're like, right, we'll save on the medals. So we've got lawyers on reserve. Yeah.
Do you know what I heard? I heard something really interesting. So I was following a thread on Twitter, and I didn't know this, but apparently like the Olympic villages where the athletes kind of stay during the whole Olympics. So apparently they all kind of stay in the same compound. Like this is a thing. I had no idea. So in London, they obviously had the Olympic Village where all the athletes get a room and they're with their teams and all that kind of stuff. Apparently it's a bit of a madness. Apparently it gets pretty crazy in these in Olympic villages. So a lot of sexual tension between athletes.
I think I heard this. Yeah,
a lot of drinking, a lot of partying. Like, wow! Like some of the stories I heard, I was like, oh my god, I had no idea. I thought this was like athletes wake up, they go for breakfast together, they come back, they rest again, they go for lunch. But apparently in the evenings it's like mental. It's like a club night in a student bar somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god, yeah. Apparently it goes absolutely crazy. And then some of these I've got like, the events the next day. So some of these are hungover like, severely. Oh, it's just crazy. Some of the stories I heard, I had no idea. I thought they'd be a bit more professional than that. Crazy.
Well, it explains a lot. It explains the hurdle guy that you were talking about falling over on the first one. It explains the pole vault guy that couldn't get off the ground.
Aussie breakdancing.
Yeah, the Aussie breakdancing. She probably thought she was doing a good job, but she's actually just hungover.
Imagine
and she's dancing
amazing.
Like I do after 10 pints. I can't dance after one, but 10 later, I can properly dance.
Moving. Yeah. You are absolutely in your element. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's what it is.
Maybe she's an amazing breakdancer, but she was just like trying to walk and she fell down and she's trying to get up. Maybe we cracked the whole thing, mate. Maybe that's all it was. She was just severely hungover. Nah, it's just it's crazy. I genuinely had no idea, to be fair. No idea.
Yeah, we didn't get the audio from her, did they? Maybe halfway through that, she's like, I can't feel my legs. You know the bit where she was just like squirming on the floor. Right. It's like, I can't feel my feet. I can't get up. Someone help.
But no one's listening. No one's listening at all.
And the commentator's like, yeah, this is an unusual move that she's doing here. I believe she's trying to replicate the Australian woodwork.
Oh, she's trying to showcase the heritage of her country by trying to replicate one of the fine creatures from Australia. Very unorthodox, I must say. Bold strategy.
Looks like a dying wombat.
Yeah.
They don't get enough promotion.
It's like a newborn kangaroo, do you know what I mean? Oh, it's just unbelievable. I heard there was a bit of a scandal when it came to this Olympics as well, mate. A bit of a spying situation.
Oh, did you? I don't know too much about
Neither
this
do
one.
I,
This
to
is a
be fair.
passing one, but I mentioned it to you earlier. Yeah, so I think it was the Canadian football team. They were using drones to spy on another team to try and get their tactics
Amazing.
and stuff like that.
Amazing.
And like a couple of the coaches got sent over, and I'm just like, no, that's showing initiative,
Mate,
surely.
absolutely.
Right, what's wrong with that?
Right, yeah. Oh, I need to know their tactics. Okay, what do you think we do? Should we send a secret spy? Might be a bit too obvious. What else should we do? Oh, I've got this drone, boss. Might be able to get good footage.
Do you think they went with the plan of the drone, or they come up with the drone plan while they were there?
Great
and someone's
question.
like, I'll order one of them off of Amazon.
Yeah.
We've got a game tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll be delivered tomorrow.
Yeah.
We just got to get,
That's it.
George to figure out the controls.
Yeah.
We'll fly it over.
That's right. Yeah, well, Amazon Primed it, so it's definitely coming tomorrow. Right, we've got
Yep.
this. Like,
Yeah. Has anyone got an Amazon Prime account?
Yeah,
That's the first question.
one. Yeah. Oh my god, can you imagine? Like, yeah, I mean, that's phenomenal. Instead of doing the research and seeing how the team performs on a regular basis, get send out scouting networks. I'm going to use a drone. Right? Get a bird's eye view and see how they pass the ball to each other. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
oh, that's phenomenal. That is a fantastic story. But obviously they got caught, didn't they? So it didn't work out for them in the end.
But I don't like. Maybe it is classed as cheating. I don't really see the problem because, like, in a normal competition, you'd review all the old games, you'd review the players, you'd see what their stuff. Like we were talking about the football and Pickford, like writing out like where the people strike the penalties.
Yeah.
That's all part of the research.
That's right.
If you're standing I mean, okay, maybe there's privacy issues going on there. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think so.
I just thought it was a funny story.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I mean, you got to rate the effort. You got to rate the effort. But
Yeah.
just got caught.
The planning, though.
planning.
I still want to know when they did that. Did they have to fly through the old
That's right.
French? Oh, sorry, come through the French customs, and they're like, "What have you got there?" Well,
It's a drone.
A drone, obviously.
That's
Some
right.
sightseeing.
Have you got a license for this drone? I'm not sure. We'll find out. No, it's just that's phenomenal. I mean, training sessions. My God, I'm just trying to think. Like, yeah, must have been I doubt they would have thought it up on the fly. They would have prepared for this. They would have bought the drone, had someone test fly it, say, okay, right, you're going to fly over this building, right? We're going to launch it here, and I think if you get to this spot, we might have a good vantage point to see what kind of training they're doing. Yeah, that would definitely help us. I'm definitely thinking it was planned. It was just executed purely, but it was. I think it was definitely planned. Brilliant. That is brilliant. Oh my word.
But how did they so the people that discovered that they were cheating? How did they figure that out? Because the other team would have seen a drone.
Yeah.
Could have been from anywhere.
That's right. Good question.
So there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing there, isn't it? Where like,
Conspiracy.
right, I can see a drone.
Yeah.
Where's the drone going?
Yeah.
Well, they're in their own training grounds, presumably. Okay, so they've got to follow the drone. Okay, the drone lands in the whatever it is, the Canadian football. I'm sure it was the Canadians, but anyway, it's somewhere over there. There's still it is an unusual thing, but you wouldn't put the two together.
Unless it had something like property of the Canadian team, because they're so underfunded. Do you know what I mean? Like they're so underfunded, they need to make sure they get that drone back. Maybe they just wanted to use it and return it after using it. You know what I mean?
If lost, post back here, and then it ran out of batteries because
right.
you do. Runs out
Drone
of batteries,
are great.
crashes in the ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody plugs it in. Oh, that's our training. Or they were live streaming it, and somebody hopped into their chat.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, I know who did this. I know who did it. You know what? Well, I think we should look into these stories a bit, because I'm pretty sure it'll be hilarious to see, why they got caught and how they got caught. That'd be flipping amazing to see. My God.
No, I prefer our approach where we don't actually know what the real story is, or even what the real results were.
Oh yeah, we embellish a lot of the information. Absolutely, yeah. We a lot of the information. It's more funnier that way. To be fair, if we just be reporting exactly how it happened, we'd just be a news podcast. Do you know
that's the news. Yeah. We're not the news. When people start listening to this, I don't know what comments are going to get back.
It's going to be brilliant. I welcome all comments. I think all comments are welcome. Honestly, good, bad, just post it, man. Let us know you're listening. I think got to touch on one thing. And again, apologies, listeners. I don't know when the hell you're going to be listening to this, but yeah, we it didn't come home, unfortunately. Sorry, as Gareth Southgate is gone. Thank fuck for that. Yeah.
Your mate Gaza The Big G.
Big South.
No, it's gone.
Yeah, he's gone, mate. So it was about time, to be fair. So commend him. He's done what he's done. Good stuff. Well done, mate. But it's time for a change, and I think he recognises that. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So yeah, time for a new era. Hopefully, we'll win the World Cup.
Any news on the new? So just we've got sort of jump segue there. Yeah, we're on to English football again.
Yeah.
Oh, nightmare. Any news on who the new coach could be?
So currently, it's the under-21s manager is an interim manager. So he's going to be in charge for the next couple of months, and then I think in about 2 or 3 months' time they'll probably name a successor. So right now you've got someone that's been with the England setup for a long time, and he's been just managing all the under-21 teams. I think under-18 and under-21 teams, and he will be stepping forward just to take the men's team for a couple of matches they got coming up in the regular season, which has started now. So yeah, interim manager at the minute, and then they'll name a successor eventually in a couple of months' time. God knows who they'll be, but yeah. Let's see how it goes.
How has he done with the 18s and 21s then?
Really well.
Do you know? Yeah,
really well. Yeah, he's brought through talent, and actually, obviously, time has no factor in our podcast because he just announced his England team today to face the next couple of games, and he's picked a very, very youthful team, players that he knows of, and he's gone with players that I think about 3 or 4 players that haven't ever played in the men's team yet. They played at the under-18, under-21 level, but not the men's. Yep. So yeah, it's good. It's looking good. He's picking players based on form rather than names, which is the way it should be.
I think that should be. Otherwise, you fall into a trap of you always have to play the same players because they might pull something out the bag. Whereas we saw time and time again through the last European Cup that if they're not performing, you stick somebody else on that's eager or at least is in form, and they churn out results.
The thing is, competition drives form. So in football, if you know that there's a player that's playing in your position that's not as good, that means you know that you could have an off day, you could play a bit crap, you don't have to put that extra 10% in effort. But when you know there's a player behind you that is like literally ready to take your spot at the first chance you fail, that pushes your kind of performance up. Like, you don't want to make a mistake. You're going to try your best. And I think that's what's kind of happening now. Like, in every position we've kind of got, apart from a few positions, in every position we've kind of got someone knocking on the door. So in case your levels drop, someone's there to replace you. And I think that's how it should be in football. It's healthy competition. You're still playing for your nation. You're still playing, for the team. But there is a person ready there to step up in case you don't. So, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
No, I think so. Well, it has to be that way. Otherwise, your team's going to age out, and you're going to have nobody coming up through the ranks.
That's right.
So yeah, and we've seen the youngsters performing anyway. I say youngsters.
No, you're right. No, you are right, mate. You are right because look at the Euros. It was mostly the younger players that kind of carried the team.
Yep.
Saka, Bellingham, Palmer, Foden. All these players are like below 25. So some of them are like 20, 21, 22. So yeah, it's just the younger players are kind of carrying the team. And that's how it should be. Do you know what I mean? Get the youth ready, and then when they come into their prime, they know exactly how to perform. So, but it's good. The new interim manager kind of saying, look, if you're good enough, you're old enough, basically, which is the best kind of message sent out there. No one's getting like held back because of their age if they're too young. They say, no, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Well, it proved out in the Spanish team, didn't they?
Oh,
that little young whippersnapper.
Great point. Yeah, 16-year-old Gamal, unbelievable player. Yeah, fucking know that again. 16 years old, side.
I know.
I could be his dad. Do you know what I mean? That is. Oh, Jesus, I just turned 35. Do you know what I mean? That's mental. Oh,
would you be a proud dad?
Oh, 100%. Oh my word. Bringing me like 100k a week. My God, that'd be amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It's just such an age when you think back to your own youth and you're like, oh my God, like this guy's playing international level football, and he's not just playing, he's like a solid member of the team. He's not just taking part,
he's actually the main focus of their attack. Like, that is incredible at 60 years of age. Oh, that's phenomenal. That is absolutely brilliant. Cannot like stress enough how impressive that is, but that is amazing. All right, and that's a wrap for episode 17 of the JTS 51 podcast. Again, proudly sponsored by Absolutely Fucking No One. You can find their products at www.absolutelyfuckingnothing.com.
Have you actually Googled to
No,
see
I
if there is that
haven't.
website?
If
Because
they-
I bet
if this
you
company-
there'll be a website called that. People will go to it, and then we're going to get sued.
This company sees a sudden spike in their like search history. Search settings. Oh my god, they won't know what the hell's happened.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Just getting inquiries to the customer service team. Do you sell the fuck all?
I heard you got deals that's free. The fuck alls are free. Oh my god. JT and Sai sent us here from. They're like, who the fuck? Oh no. Thank you again for listening to our. I suppose it's our Olympic special podcast.
And it was special.
It was special, absolutely special. The wrong type of special, but yeah. Thank you for listening to this week's episode. So bye from me, JT, and my co-host Sai. Take care, mate.
Take care, all. Have a good one, and we'll catch you at the next one. Cheerio. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the JTS 51 podcast. For more epic content, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future episodes.